Greetings, acolytes of the Force, weary mercenaries of the galaxy, and vast Sith Lords and Jedi of the galaxy, and welcome back to the embrace of knowledge of our archives. I have been expecting you. Recently, after scouring our databases for many hours on end, deducting what I would do a video on, and expand your Star Wars database further, I came across a rather odd kyber crystal revolving around the dark side of the Force. If you have tuned into the past channel videos and engrossed yourself in the Star Wars lore and enriched your brain and expanded your knowledge with it, then you will know that I have done a video recently covering the Vextol Crystal. The Vextol Crystal being the crystal that was essentially the embodiment of Darth Sion as a lightsaber crystal. The Vextol Crystal, for those who did not tune into that video in short, was a crystal that upon dealing a wound or even skimming the flesh of a being such as a Jedi, a Sith, or any other entity within the Star Wars galaxy. In that video, we covered the Vextol Crystal's properties, its typical coloration, and who it was most commonly utilized by, as well as its powers, abilities, and unique traits that discourage its use throughout the galaxy. Now today, we shall be replicating that. However, we shall be doing it on the Katak Crystal. This crystal was very mysterious in origin. As mysterious as the Vextol Crystal, little has been known and uncovered by the ancient Jedi, Sith, and salvaged into holocrons, manuscripts, papers, scrolls, and textbooks revolving around this particular kyber crystal. Little is known about this particular kyber crystal. Like the Vextol Crystal, it is most commonly dark side in its affiliation and nature, being commonly associated with beings such as the Sith, the Night Sisters, or other dark side tribes such as the Rakatan Infinite Empire, and many more that were different sects from the Sith. They were generally only found in the lightsaber hilts and containments of dark side Force users, such as the Sith, utilizers and bearers of this lightsaber crystal. Notice some immeasurably unique properties and exquisite properties that were very unique to this crystal. Jedi would find that prolonged exposure to this crystal would see their Force energy and their power slowly ebb from them, and prolonged exposure could cause it to instantly get stripped from them entirely. This could even affect Grand Masters of the Order, an incredibly powerful Jedi, unless they had figured out a way to block the ability of this, such as Grandmaster Yoda, Mace Windu, and Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. They had the ability to drain multiple people's life force as long as they were in a close vicinity. This would not be enough to instantly fatigue and weary the victim. However, prolonged exposure could prove to be fatal, as it absorbed the life essence, and also could absorb the essence and Force energy and draw it into them. In the Star Wars The Force Unleashed game starring Starkiller Galen Merrick, this is a crystal unlocked by finding the holocron above the highest turbo laser beam in the incomplete first Death Star. Equipping the crystal allows some lightsaber attacks to siphon portions of an opponent's power remaining health to the player. This allows the one being, if in possession of this crystal, could drain the life essence and could also drain the abilities and the Force essence from another being. This could effectively and essentially make them immortal if they constantly had enough beings to sustain their life with. As you would probably deduct based on the title of this video, this crystal had very similar properties, and in fact almost identical properties and powers, to that of the Sith Lord Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus being the most proficient user of Force drain in all of Star Wars history, and commonly regarded as one of, if not the most powerful Sith, alongside Vitiate and Palpatine. Darth Nihilus, along with two other Sith Lords, the Lord of Pain Darth Sion and the Lord of Betrayal Darth Traya, nearly succeeded in wiping out all the Jedi in the Jedi Order, undone by one Jedi, the Jedi exile by the name of Mitra Surik. Darth Nihilus' Force drain abilities were such that he was able to absorb the Force essence and of 100 Jedi, over 100 Jedi, and absorb the entire life essence from Qatar, killing all of them and enacting the first great Jedi Purge, a purge that would eventually be replicated by Darth Vader and Darth Sidious many millennia later. It is intriguing to the fact that Darth Nihilus' own force techniques were replicated in this crystal. Upon conducting this video, I became very intrigued and began to wonder if possibly Darth Nihilus' own essence, or a portion of his immense dark side power and nexus, was possibly contained within these crystals, and that could explain why they were so rare, as Darth Nihilus was a being and the most powerful Force wound to ever live. Darth Vader himself was no mere acolyte either, and stated that Darth Nihilus could become a threat to the whole galaxy, and could perhaps destroy the Republic, as Mace Windu stated, if Anakin couldn't learn to resist planet-wide force drain. Anyway, my friends, what did you believe of this mysterious Katar crystal? Did you enjoy this video, and are you enjoying the lightsaber crystal lore that I am constantly producing every few days? Please respond in the comments below. Be sure to stop the subscribe button's brutal crusade across the galaxy. Strike it down, it is your destiny. What did you think of the lightsaber crystal that had the same corporeal abilities that Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger and the most powerful Sith to ever live, also possessed? Anyway, acolytes, this is where I bid you farewell, and I hope that you are not on the devastating end of a Katar crystal.